You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodgers for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we've got an update on Aaron Rodgers, the Jets, and the Packers, and that whole trade situation. And for Jets fans, as of right now, it's not great news because the Packers have decided what they want as compensation, and the Jets are on the other side, and honestly, it doesn't seem like it's very close. And I cannot imagine why the Packers said, yeah, go talk to the Jets, if they didn't sort of have it already in their mind that they were willing to let him go. They're the ones that have made it pretty vocal. They're ready to move on from Aaron Rodgers, so why they are playing hardball with somebody that's been part of their franchise for so many years, it's sort of beyond me. It's like, do you want to move past Aaron Rodgers or don't you? You know? I understand you try to get as much value as possible, but there's rumors now that they're starting to get concerned that Aaron Rodgers may play for 2 more years. Why is that a holdup other than the fact that now you're wondering, should we give up on him? Yeah, I mean, you got to wonder that now. But let's get to this because they're wanting extra compensation if he decides to come back and play next year as well. So let's do it. This is the New York Post. There'll be some PFT in here and even some Schefter. We know Schefter's not coming from Rodgers. So he's coming from either the Jets or the Packers, probably the Pack. Jets, Packers far apart on Aaron Rodgers' trade as negotiation details emerge. The Aaron Rodgers trade saga is getting more complicated. One day after the 39-year-old said he intends to play for the Jets in 2023, another report about Green Bay's compensation request emerged Thursday. The Packers want more than a first-round pick as part of the base deal, multiple sources told PFT, which reported that Green Bay wants protection in 2025 should Rodgers suit up again in 2024. However, the asking price is reportedly more than the Jets believe they should give up for a player that the Packers have said they no longer want. So I kind of understand that from the Jets side. ESPN's Adam Schefter reported Thursday morning that the two sides were, quote, not close as of Wednesday night. All I can tell you is that Green Bay believes it's right. The Jets believe they're right. And now we wait to see how the two sides can find a way to somehow meet in the middle and come up with a solution, Schefter said, according to SI.com. There's two sides. The two sides are far apart. Rodgers is currently under contract with the Packers, who are willing to wait until the draft to trade the quarterback. A separate league source told the outlet 2023 NFL draft begins April 27th. The Packers can even drag out the situation until week 1 of the regular season, which is a deadline when Rodgers' $58.3 million option bonus becomes guaranteed base salary, if not exercised. Rodgers said Wednesday on the Pat McAfee show he's not responsible for any delays and that it's the Packers who are, quote, digging in their heels. I haven't been holding up anything Rodgers said at this point. It's been the compensation the Packers are trying to get from me, and they're kind of digging their heels in. It's interesting at this point to step back and take a look at the whole picture. Prior to Rodgers' decision, conflicting reports about Green Bay's compensation made the rounds. On Wednesday installment of Get Up, Schefter said the Packers wanted 2 first-round picks, similar to what the Rams gave up for Matthew Stafford in January 2021. Hours later, NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported Green Bay is not seeking multiple first-round picks like other QBs Wilson, Stafford have commanded in recent years. I mean, that's absurd because Stafford was, 32 years old at the time of that trade. Rodgers met with Jets brass for about 4 hours last Thursday at his Southern California home, where he said a group had a relaxed, easy conversation. Since Friday, I made it clear my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets. And very quickly, let me go over to PFT's column because they had in here exactly what the Jets had offered back. The Packers, and this is per multiple sources, Packers want more than a first-round pick as part of the base deal. They want protection over 2025 in the event that Rodgers plays in 2024. That's more than the Jets believe they should surrender for a player the Packers no longer want. If the Jets are willing to offer something like a conditional package that would entail as much as a second-round pick this year and up to a second round next year, the Packers would be nuts not to take it. Okay, so PFT is just suggesting, look, if it's a 2 and then a conditional 2, the Packers might want to consider accepting that. And I think that would be more than fair for a 39, going to be 40-year-old quarterback at the start of the season, not to mention, do you want to be on the hook for that salary? I mean, Rodgers, my concern here, and I know Rodgers doesn't want to pull an about face on this, but he could put the Packers in a compromising position. The problem is he'll screw over the Jets if he does. You know what I'm saying? He could be like, you know what, I'll just come back and just ride the bench for $60 million. They surely will not let that happen. And it sounds to me like maybe the Packers' ego is getting involved here. Brian Gutekunst's ego is getting involved here. You guys came out and publicly said you were ready to move on from this quarterback. And again, like I said, yesterday and the day before yesterday, there's been speculation that they actually had a deal worked out. And then when Garoppolo and Carr signed with other teams, it took away leverage for the Jets, and the Packers upped the ante. Now Baker Mayfield is off the market. Okay, I don't know who is left out there at this point. Hell, even Jameis Winston has got a contract, and somehow, some way, he thinks he's a championship caliber quarterback. Okay. I mean, okay. He is getting drugged by NFL fans over that, by the way. That was almost a video. I might still make it a video. I mean, Jameis Winston's getting destroyed. That's a side note, but you get the point. Wow. This is slowly sort of turning into a mess. And, I've seen some Packer fans that are like, yeah, stick it to the Jets. And it's like, yeah, but your team didn't want Aaron anymore. You drafted another quarterback. So, it kind of is what it is. They've made it very vocal and public. They want to get out of this. So why not just, you've been looking for an escape route, supposedly. And Aaron Rodgers even said yesterday during the Pat McAfee show that there were indications throughout the season that the Packers were sort of ready to move on. Well, if you're ready to move on, just get out from underneath it. Make a clean break before you, as a Packers brass, starts looking really bad. All right? Because, look, nobody, if they'd just come out and said, Aaron Rodgers coming back for another year, okay, everybody would have been like, okay, fine. No, you publicly said in various places you were ready to move on to Jordan Love. So why are you doing this? And the other thing is, do you have any respect for a quarterback that's been around that long and won a Super Bowl? Just wondering. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I'll be the first to admit, Aaron Rodgers has been sort of tough to deal with, and I get that. But again, you didn't want him anymore. So, that sort of is what it is, and you played your hand. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. Peace them out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.